points on the lesson. Live in the hills, but I still get a spread. Started with a little, but I still reinvest it. Fear how I feel, then you feel less a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but they sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Finger to the down, hold it down, we gon' get it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got your watch list coming in October 9th, 2020, and the stock market is going to break out. We are approaching all-time highs. Very, very interesting considering everything that is going on, but this is a very, very important level with this end of the week here and then coming into next week in earnings. We are really entering a crucial level, and the market is expressing how it feels. We saw it today. We saw it really all week. This was a drama-filled week, but for us to end up here with some momentum, even futures after hour, again, more stimulus talks, this is pointing towards something. So I'm really excited for tomorrow. This will give us a good setup. We have our work cut out for us because we have a specific set of plays. So I have actually specific plays for tomorrow and then getting ready for next week, wrapping it up, what to be looking for. So I got the plays, got the keys, all of that good stuff. Our stream got cut out today due to technical difficulties, so you did not get banned. We love you all, and we will see you there in the morning. But let us not delay. You guys know what you need to do. Drop your thumbs up on the video. Make sure you're subscribed. And if you don't know, we are live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. It's the first link in the description, and it is pinned in the comments. We better see you there in the morning. It's free 99. It costs you nothing to join. YouTube.com/the stock market. You can post the plays, see the plays, watch the watch list come to life. And yes, if you like political history, president history, and presidential comedy with Google images, we're the place to be. And tomorrow's Bring a Friend to Cote. And the most important thing you need to do, post your watches below. Let us know what you're looking at. Got any plays, comments, remixes, anything, post them below and source that info. Shout out to Chad, baby. So, right off the bat, first thing is, market doesn't believe this stimulus drama, and that's why we're ending up higher than when Trump put out that tweet and then everything dropped. We've been hearing this back and forth for a very, very long time. So this is literally like the trade war if you guys don't realize it yet, but now the market is acting a little differently. And even now, after hours, we have more updates that there was a 40-minute call between Munchkin and Miss Pelosi, and the markets took that as positive. But then earlier today, this is where you saw kind of a problem, but the markets digested and absorbed it very, very well. This is why I'm saying there's other stuff at play, and it could be earnings, and that could very well be leading to the bullishness, or market really just isn't feeling it until there's a greater force to affect it. But we were watching that briefing with Pelosi today, and she talked about how she doesn't want to do a smaller standalone bill without a bigger bill, and the market didn't like this because then this kind of negated what was said the day before with kind of we had a little bit of hope after clarifying the day before with the Trump tweet. So again, it's an interesting setup and story we have, but even though the dialogue has been up and down, not going anywhere, the market is creeping and inching higher, so pay attention to that. But that being said, until we reach higher levels, we are really in a wait-and-see effect, and then you have earnings, but the market is vulnerable right now to outside events like the tweets, the sickness, anything really of random nature. So the stimulus news is creating effects. Unless it is groundbreaking, total back out, or full-on, they got the stimulus, the market isn't going to make a real decisive move. It'll probably melt up or melt down or kind of bounce around. That too, if there is a stimulus deal, that would lead to an epic breakout mixed with earnings, but then vice versa. If there is a random development tweet, they really do back out and the market takes that, then we will see. But the market just overall isn't believing the drama. Really right now, we're going to get shaken by just a random outside event. Otherwise, the market is kind of firmly placed on what it's expecting. It's looking at Jerome Powell and the Fed and really all the other central bankers. Sure, there's stuff going on. Sure, there's even the election and all that. But realistically, unless something goes totally south, the market's based on bonds, based on the price of stocks, everything. The market has a lot of faith in the support from central bankers, especially the Fed. So that's what I'm going to be looking at for tomorrow. Again, we will watch the stimulus news. Be careful. It will create opportunities for premiums to move, maybe selling premium, but it's not creating these really big moves, but it is creating little shocks. So watch out for that. As far as tomorrow, we don't have any other economic data. One thing will be the 25th Amendment panel. So Miss Pelosi hinted at this today. It was very, very interesting. But after hours, they released that they're going to be doing a council. They want to create a council for the 25th Amendment to determine the health and fitness of the president or something of that nature. But it is very interesting. So I want to see how the market reacts to that. Trump did make a tweet about it, but I want to see if that could be one of those random events. But we'll see really if any other drama unfolds. But the drama has to be big really for the markets to move. And that's what the market has been showing us. So keep your eye out for that. Don't forget about earnings. It is literally already here and right around the corner. So I hope you're ready. But that is pretty much it. So let us get into the plays. So right off the bat, like I said, I have 3 different plays for you. I actually have one related to Friday and then 2 coming into next week, but I think tomorrow will be a pivotal day. I'll probably sell premium if I can't find a good deal on buying the premium, so you guys will be able to see if there's no good time and we can't buy them for earnings. A good second will be just selling premium, and maybe we could cash in on the run-up. And don't forget about the earnings run-up. That is an opportunity. So the 2 companies I'll be looking pre-earnings, Banks and Netflix. So Banks is more broader, but watch them tomorrow. They definitely outpaced and led by almost 3 or 4 times today. They kind of crept up. So watch them. Those are going to be the first set of companies to report. I like getting set up for that, or I want to just see if there's an opportunity, again, either selling spreads or buying premium. And then Netflix, I've been talking about it the last few days. It's kind of been setting up. Now I want to start seeing, because coming to next week, I'm pretty sure it will be in earnings mode and kind of just how it's moved lately. So those will be the 2 I'm looking at for tomorrow. I do have even other ones that I'd like, just with the same logic of earnings. We will have to see what tomorrow brings us. And then finally, tomorrow is going to be airlines for the frog. So you guys are seeing the stimulus. Again, if you look at the chart of the companies, stimulus talks haven't gone anywhere, but the markets are moving and it's creating these little effects. But even today, it caused big moves with the airlines. Again, we didn't move that much today. So UAL 3% or just about, so that's where it closed, but you could see above and below, this is pretty big for that. So these are actually moving now. Tomorrow with the Friday contracts are going to come depreciate. It is going to be an opportunity. So I really think we will be able to see some frogs there. So those are the 3 plays I'm going to be watching. As far as everything else, the plays we made today, I grabbed 4 Domino's October 16, 350 puts at 21 cents. They were dropping. I wanted to play the continuation because they surprised. This was a pretty big drop. So I don't know how they ended up holding. Yeah, they just held the same price pretty much all day. We were trying to play the continuation, but kept it small, about $80. So that was the first play I made today. Everything else was credit spreads. And surprisingly, I did not really make any plays, but I did take a lot of profit. So that Qualcomm we talked about yesterday, I was right and wrong at the same time. Like I said, it'd be a good time to get in that because it's going to expire, but it was a little risky. This morning it gapped up. We were down like $1,800 on it, but it fell out of the money within the first 5 minutes, and they went really, really expensive too. We were able to walk away with a $300 profit. Got to get all of that, close it out. The average down helped me close it out earlier without having to kind of wait. So that was the first play. We closed the Disney play. We closed the McDonald's one, got a couple $100 there. Now, these are the only 2 ones we're left with. But now DraftKings, this thing slaughtered us today. DraftKings kept dropping. Now it's in the money pretty much with 18 contracts. Every dollar below 52, I'm going to accumulate an $1,800 loss. So these are risky. You guys are seeing we're down $2,700. But what I did today, I sold the first set of contracts, the first 15. I sold them for only $1,300 in credit. But now what happened, they shot up today. I sold another set of 3 more at $290, got $800. So I raised my average credit from 90 cents a contract to $1.24 on 18. So got a little bit more credit. I'm still in that play, but this one has a little bit more time. We're going to push this into next week. We'll see. It has a huge max loss, but I took that max getting prepared to handle this. So this is going to be an interesting one. You guys are going to get to see, but as far as all the other credit spreads, that one could be an interesting one. We only have this one, and this one's only going to be interesting if it costs us a lot. But other than that, we have been able to do about $2,000 roughly in realized premium this week. We've been doing about $1,000 to $2,000 a week. We've been trying to show you guys that, again, I've been using a little bit bigger of amount. If you really did 10 times smaller, that would have probably been more feasible, but still extra 100, 200, not too bad. And then I accidentally got filled on this SPY call, so we'll see how this one, it expires tomorrow. But then I still have that one remaining Amazon. That one ended up closing up 73%. Sold the Amazon call, so we'll see how that plays out tomorrow. But those are all the other plays that I'm in as far as everything else. I will want to take a look at Apple. They were interesting compared to the relative market. Again, watch for that earnings setup, but those leaps that we have are just kind of going all over the place. Watch JP Morgan, Bank of America. Again, the banks I'm going to like. AMD and NVIDIA. AMD had that reaction from today's their event, but just watch the chip makers in general. They moved a little interesting. And then Boeing, they had a pop from news that like Alaskan Air or something wanted to get that they said they'll buy some 737 MAX. So a little one. I just wanted to close out because that contract expired tomorrow and there's only like extra $40 to just not have to think about it. So watch them though. I'm sure that could be a good one for Friday. We have the Domino's. Watch Starbucks. I really like this play. That play we have is still up like almost 50% still, but pay attention now to this earnings run up. Like I'm saying, watch Starbucks, FedEx, Ulta. These are some of those old continuations. These two have already reported, but you could kind of see that run up. A lot of these are creeping. It killed time premium, but overall they are going up. So watch some of these tomorrow. Again, the market starts to kick into gear, or pay attention to laggers and leaders, and those will tell you something. But that's also why I like Starbucks as well. Abivai, they're starting to move up a little bit. Ended up selling off a little at close, but they were getting some of that pre-dividend pump there. So we'll see how that plays out. Snapchat kind of reminds me of Netflix. Their earnings comes early and it's going to happen next week. So we'll see how that plays out. However, I am starting to get a little bit worried because if you started seeing like Domino's, we'll see this will be the third quarter in a row now. A lot of these companies have to keep going off the Corona hype. So we'll see if there's any changes or not, or how the expectations get watered down, or how the market really digest them. So watch that. And then finally, good old TLT. Realistically, the volatility kind of stopped today. So it was interesting to see. And this is kind of where I think bonds reflects the back and forth situation a little bit more than the S&P, but I'm watching that. The dollar is a key indicator, but you're seeing it's not moving. Like we're saying, wait and see approach, but it will be a random event and real volatility that's probably going to be the big surpriser here. So there is a lot. It is a Froggy Friday tomorrow, and it's going to be exciting, so I hope you're ready. But that is your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're hydrated, healthy, ready to go. Make sure you post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining. I need you to finish strong. The end of the year is right around the corner. One of the last earnings season. 2020 is almost over. It's a new year, a new president, everything. But the Cole loves you. I love you. I will see you in the morning. Let's go.